What's up? This is Trey T, and in this video, I will be discussing the state of black culture. First off, what is black culture? To me, I would define black culture, well, really any culture, I would describe that as something that unites people of that culture, brings people together, something they can all relate to. So with black culture, like black people share certain things that they only share with other black people, that they have in common with other black people. Like you can see something in a movie or a television show that you can relate to because you know you've been through it before, or your family or friends have been through it before, so it's relatable. That's the culture involved. So when I think of black culture, there are a few examples that come to mind when I think of black culture. When I think of black culture, I think of different hairstyles, things like cornrows, like that's synonymous mainly with black people. I think of soul food when I think about black culture, how soul food just resonates with black people. I think of the different genres of music that black people dive into, whether it's hip hop or R&B or gospel or jazz. That when I think of black culture, I think of those different types of music. I think of the different dances, whether it's African dances, whether it's Jamaican, Brazilian, the Afro-Latinos, like the different dances that black people, and they dress up and it's very celebratory. That's what I think of when I think of black culture. But unfortunately, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the negative influences, the negative images that have somehow been attached to black culture. And that's I have a big problem with that. So that's what I want to discuss in this video, with the drugs and the black on black crime and the shooting people and people death for people, and just the violence and the scamming, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. Not that other people of other races don't deal with these issues, but right now I'm only focused on black people. That's what I'm in this video. I'm talking about black people and how this stuff, because that same stuff doesn't affect everybody else the way it affects black people as a whole. So that's why I'm strictly talking for black people right now in this video. I want to give a shout out to Aaron Magruder. For those who don't know who Aaron Magruder is the creator of the Boondocks, which started out as a comic strip, and then it eventually became an animated television show on Adult Swim Cartoon Network. Aaron Magruder is the reason I actually made this video, because an episode aired 16 years ago on the Boondocks called The Itis. And it was something that was said in the itis that I never forgot. It was by the character Huey Freeman, which is the older grandson of Robert Jebediah Freeman and the older brother of Riley Freeman. Both Riley Freeman and Huey Freeman voiced by Regina King. If you never checked the Boondocks, I highly suggest you watch it. It's very, 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 very great of a show. So I recommend you watch it. Anyway, in this episode, Granddad Robert Jebediah Freeman, the granddad, he opens up a soul food restaurant where he's serving like different soul food. And like in the Boondocks, Robert and his grandchildren moved to a suburban area where it's full of white people, and they're one of the few. It's only really two other black families or black people that live there. That's Tom and Uncle Ruckus. Those are the only other black people that live in the neighborhood. But anyway, So he opens up this soul food restaurant, and Huey, the grandson, is telling him, man, this food isn't that good for this. It's not good for you and stuff like that. So one part of the episode that always got me is like almost at the very end of the episode. So the people start going to the restaurant. They get addicted to it, and like they get so addicted to it, they all become like obese and stuff. So it was this one lady, Huey is trying to get people not to come to the restaurant because that he knows what the food is going to do to him. So Granddad punishes Huey by making him work at the restaurant. So one day, this white woman comes to the restaurant, and then he tells her all this. She's like, all my friends rave about this place. What do you suggest? And then he was like, I suggest you run. This food will kill you. And then Granddad made Huey work in the kitchen. So then Granddad, the scene is Huey tells Granddad, look what you've done to this community. And Granddad's like, it's not that bad. And then Huey's like, not that bad. This place used to sit between a Starbucks and a restaurant. Now it's a Foot Locker and a liquor store. And then Granddad tells Huey, this food is your culture. I mean, no. Huey tells Granddad first, this food is destructive. And then Granddad tells him, this food is your culture. And then Huey says, then the culture is destructive. As soon as I heard that, it got me to thinking, like, is that really true? Is black culture somehow destructive to black people? Later on in the video, I'm going to play that clip and another clip to further Huey's point. Now let's listen to these two clips from the Boondocks.
Son, you want to keep playing around? Now you can wash the dishes.
Granddad, look what you've done to this community.
It's not that bad.
Not that bad. This place used to sit between a coffee shop and a day spa. Now there's a liquor store and a damn Foot Locker. This food is destructive.
This food is your culture.
Then the culture is destructive.
He's right.
The fight had a huge turnout. Seems like watching niggas act stupid is becoming America's favorite pastime. Hey, listen up!
The second clip about Huey saying watching niggas act stupid has become America's favorite pastime. I thought to myself, is that really true? And it seems like that's what's being marketed, especially like in music. And I'm gonna play two other clips in this video describing that exact thing about how violence in music is glorifying to the audience. It's not just black people, but to all audiences. That's why he said watching black people act stupid is becoming America's favorite pastime. Then you got reality TV shows. All that is being broadcast to black people, and it's showing nothing but like negative images. You don't have positive images anymore on television, like when you used to have like the Cosby Show and Different World and things that uplifted black people. Now you only showing, as some black people would call it, ratchet TV. Like that's what people want to watch now. They want to watch ratchet TV. They want to watch black people act a fool and shit. And that's what's being marketed on television and in movies. You see all these drug dealing movies and gangsters and stuff in movies, but you don't really see, or some kind of slavery movie, or black people in servitude or something like that, or some helpless black people get saved because a white man or a white woman becomes their teacher and stuff. Like, those are the type of movies you see nowadays, or at least for the last 20, 30 years. All these rap songs now are about having sex and beating up people and shooting people and stuff like that. When rap did not used to be like that when it first started. You know what I'm saying? In the 80s, they didn't talk. It was all about having fun. You had breakdancing. You had people having freestyle contests outside on the block and stuff like that. It was never about the violence. And then yes, black people do have situations where in their community they fight each other, kill each other, but that's in every community. But somehow someone came up with an idea. Okay, let's market that. If we can get black people to talk about that, then maybe and make it seem like it's cool to do those things, then maybe more black people will start doing it and killing themselves, killing each other, and selling drugs to each other and doing drugs and all that type of stuff. Because you don't see that type of stuff being marketed for black people. I mean, for white people or Hispanic people or Asian people. Why is it only that stuff is marketed towards black people? And then you have black people in gangs and stuff fighting over territories that none of them own any property in. Oh man, this is my block, this is my hood. But you can't even give me an electric bill with your name on it. But you want to fight somebody or shoot somebody over territory that you don't own anything on. Like, how is this your block? You don't own, like, dude, show me something with your name on it that's in your name. Like, this gang stuff, people like, why are you in a gang? Like, what do you want to do? Is that what you want to do with your life? You be in a gang? You fighting over territory that you don't own? It's cool to just sit on the block all day and smoke and drink and just have sex with people and then try to shoot people and kick. Like, come on, man. Like, where are you? Like, where are all the positive influences that used to be on TV? Like, it's actually sad how it's come. Like, and now the kid, like, if you thought it was bad in the 90s, these people now, it's like they don't even have empathy. Like, these rappers now that be rapping about harming people and death and all that, they don't even care anymore. It used to be like, at least the rappers had lyrics behind their stuff. All their songs weren't shoot 'em up, bang, bang. They did make like club songs and songs you can sing along to that were uplifting and stuff. But now it's just everybody shoot everybody. Everybody have sex with somebody else's girlfriend and all. Like, that's what it's come to now. And now you have people shooting and causing death to people over nonsense stuff. So I'm going to show you a clip. One of them is from Pastor Michael Smith talking about the exact same thing and how come it's only marketed towards black people, but it's not marketed for white people. Let's listen to these two clips about black violence in music, one by Pastor Michael Smith.
To 1980, again, black men made music about love. We weren't violent in music at all. But the murder rate in the black community can be directly correlated with the shift in the narrative of white record companies and what they choose to invest in. I've been in the... What do you mean? Yeah, the exploitation of black culture has always been a business because we did not own the vehicles in which to exploit ourselves.
Don't they exist? Do white people not kill people? Do white people not use AK-47s to shoot each other? I mean, we know, do white people not do drugs? Do they not deal drugs? Of course they do. But why is it that it doesn't make it to our mainstream radio? Why is it that we don't hear it hundreds of times a day in hundreds of cities across the nation, thousands of plays that say the idea that a black guy would kill another black guy is something to be celebrated, something to be romanticized? And why is it that white people don't do it? And maybe it's because there's no white audience.
Now, I'm not just going to sit here and try to put 100% of the blame on white people for saying that they made it this way and all this, and that's because at the end of the day, you still do have personal responsibility. And then with this music stuff, it's basically morals versus morality versus finance. Okay, I'll give you $1 million or $5 million to rap about this, as opposed to rapping about this. Like, I'll give you more money if you talk about killing black people and selling drugs to black people and harming black people, opposed to if you talking about teaching black people how to do coding or teaching black people about math and science and all that type of stuff. I remember when they used to do hip hop versus America, when they used to have rappers on there debating about why they rap about certain things in songs. And I remember it was T.I. said one thing one time. He said, if we came up to BET and came up with a video that talked about so and so, they gonna tell her, what is this? We can't play this. We can't make no money off this. So basically, he's sitting there telling you, black, not just black, like people don't want to hear the uplifting stuff. They want to hear stuff that's gonna make you keep coming back to hear more. Like that's just like how news and media don't report the good news. They only mainly report the bad news. And like, because they know that's just what negativity sells. It don't matter if it's the truth or not. I remember Charlemagne said, why believe the truth when a lie is more entertaining? So like that, and that's what it is. Like people are always going to gravitate towards the negative stuff as opposed to the positive stuff. Like you can have people share some positivity on online on social media and get a couple of likes, but let them share something negative. Oh, they go get a whole bunch of responses. They go get a whole bunch. Oh yeah, you so right. Yeah, they did how it go. Oh, them people do that. Like you see that all the time. But that's like that my whole point in the video was to talk about how black culture, we need, as a black person myself, we need to be united for the good things about black culture, and not when people think about black culture, it's always something negative. That's my whole point of this video, is to make it to where people are not focusing so much on the negative, but focusing on the positive and unity. But yeah, anyways, more videos coming soon. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment. Trey T out. Peace.